All right, random writer here, testing, making sure audio is working. I won't know until I see this video. I am at a Walgreens. Fancy, I know. Had to pick up some Listerine actually, because I was out. I like to have it on hand. It helps with stuff. And on this pansy scope or flavored Listerine, I like getting the yellow, the gold, the no flavor, just burn Listerine. That's what I like, because it just burns. And with its burning sensation, it feels like it's doing something. So that's what I base it on. Anyways, just got this bike back from its 600-mile service. You know, this little break-in first service thingamabob. And I'm glad, because I was holding off from riding it because I was at like 680 miles before the service, and I didn't want to, test it too much, putting too much mileage on it. So I got it back, and I'm just riding it around town. I had a little errand to run, and check this out, right there. It's Dairy Mart. Must be the competitor to Dairy Barn, or a new name for it. Not entirely sure which. So yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about Dairy Barn, or Dairy Mart for that one. As you saw, it's a little shack type thing, and motorcycles, and it's like a dairy place. Basically, it's a drive-thru. 2 lanes usually, well, one on each side of the central building. And what you do is you drive through it, and you pick up your milk, your half and half, whatever it is. You can pick up like Infinite Donuts or things like that. You can pick up bread, and overall, it's just a pretty cool thing for that. And it's drive-through, and it was convenient. Now, I remember as a kid going through it a lot. It was convenient. Instead of having to park, get out of your car, go to the supermarket, 7-Eleven, whatever, you can just drive through the Dairy Barn. And yeah, sometimes there was a line and a wait, but really the time spent through all that would probably be a little bit quicker than having to drive to a supermarket or 7-Eleven or other type of mart, get out of your car, get in, find the stuff, pay, and whatever. So it was a convenience factor. A lot of them are open late. I think there are a few that were 24 hours or are still 24 hours, which is nice, because in the event you got like the midnight munchies and you're out of milk or whatever it is, you can just zip on down and pick it up. There were more locations than that. Well, there's more than just that one, but there's more than what there are now. There's 2, if I can remember correctly, different locations that are closed down. There's the Dairy Barn just sitting there, nothing happening. And I think that's because you got things like Target and Walmart and 7-Eleven and supermarkets able to constantly offer things at a discounted price or in bulk, like buy 2-gallon things of milk, well, 2 1-gallon things of milk for the price of 1. And Dairy Barn, I don't think, could compete with that. But it was open all year round, rain or shine, snow or summer. And that was really cool. It's just a cool factor, if that makes any sense whatsoever. You just drive through, go about business, pick up your eggs, I think, too, there. And what was cool is they offered milk in glass bottles. For a limited time they did. And what was cool is you bought the milk, and the deal was, once you're done with the milk, you clean out the glass bottle, you bring it back to the Dairy Barn, you buy another glass bottle of milk, and you exchange the bottles. That was the deal. Now, of course, they couldn't make you give it back, so if you just held on to it, you held on to it. Then they stopped that and didn't tell you, because those were cool bottles, so they stopped that and told you after you hand in your bottle wanting another bottle of milk. which is unfortunate. But yeah, that's Dairy Barn, or Dairy Mart. And it's something you really only would notice if you lived in the area, for the most part, unless it was pointed out to you. Like if I went to Virginia or some other state, you know, just if I went outside of Long Island, I probably wouldn't notice things like that. So another type of Carvel thing, is there anything like that by you? A drive-through area? Now there's drive-through everything these days. There's a drive-through florist down the road a bit, but anything like a Quickie Mart drive-through, that's what pretty much it is. You get everything there but booze, pretty much, and maybe not cereal and stuff, but you can get your liquids, your milk, your half and half, your bread, eggs, I think, and things like that. So is there any place where you guys are that's similar to that? And yeah, that's a little bit of that. Went from Listerine to what's it called? First service on the bike, and then we went to Dairy Barn. That's you could call that a triple word score almost if it was Scrabble and it was words. Anyway, take it easy.